Guys, welcome to today's video. Today I'm going to show you what I get for a week of groceries, our weekly dinner meal plan, and some meal prep. So what I did yesterday is I kind of just started jotting down what ideas I had for dinners this week. I went through like what we have in the fridge, what I have in the freezers, what we need to use, and then we do have the new Cozilla calendar and you're able to like meal plan and stuff. So I was able to put everything on here. And so here's like all of our dinners. I really like the images on it, but what we're having for dinner this week, some lunches that I'm pre-prepping, some breakfasts as well. So for dinner on Sunday, we're having Marry Me chicken. On Monday, we're having sweet potatoes with barbecue chicken. Tuesday, we're having burrito bowls. Wednesday, we're having this 3-cheese pasta with shrimp. Thursday, we're having breakfast for dinner. We're having blueberry pancakes. And Friday, we're going to have DIY pizza. I'm also going to meal prep some Mediterranean salads for lunch. So I'm going to do that today in today's video. We're going to have egg salad later in the week, but I'm not going to show that. It's pretty simple. And then I'm also going to be meal prepping some mini pumpkin donuts that we're having this week as well. I really like this because it's obviously there's some recipes like burrito bowls I don't need a recipe for, but the barbecue chicken baked potatoes I've never made, and so what's really cool is I imported this from the website that I wanted to use, and then I have all my ingredients and then the instructions on here. So I really like organizing this, as well as my kids can just come here and know what they're having for dinner and stuff this week. Alright guys, we're going to start with this week's grocery haul. This was just from Kroger. We're about to go to Costco too to get a couple more things, but I'm going to give you an idea of like what we're going to have for dinner this week and some snacks for my kids for the week as well, some lunches for them. So this is kind of the kids pile. I'm going to make a bunch of like ready to go little mini sandwiches on these dinner rolls. And I'm also thinking they could do like little mini bagels. I think those will last okay if I make them in the morning. They can eat them for lunch. Got a pack of these vanilla milks. These are easy. My kids really like them. And then we're trying these out. These are Kroger's brand of yogurt drinks. Each one has 10 grams of protein in them. There's mixed berry and strawberry banana. I'm going to get apples at Costco, and then I'm going to soak them in lemon juice. That helps them stay from turning brown. I'm going to make like little peanut butter and apple snack trays. So all of those things will be in a separate video. And then this is some fill-ins for dinner this week and lunches. So I'm going to make a Mediterranean salad for lunch this week, just to have in the fridge. So we're just using garbanzo beans, tomatoes. I need to get cucumbers. There's onions, parsley, feta. So that I'll just mix up and put into individual containers. We're also going to have burrito bowls one night. So I like to make a salsa. So I'm going to prep that. I used canned tomatoes, cilantro, onions, lemon, garlic, so I'll make that also in today's video, and then that will be ready for dinner. We're going to have homemade pizza one night, so I just got pizza sauce and mozzarella cheese. We're going to have shrimp and pasta one night, and the pasta is like this 3-cheese, so I needed chicken broth for that sauce, as well as we're having Marry Me chicken, which I needed chicken broth and sun-dried tomatoes. We're going to have breakfast for dinner one night, and I'm going to make blueberry pancakes. So I just got frozen wild blueberries, and that was this week's Kroger haul. So like I said, we have stuff like already. We're about to go to Costco, so I'm going to get like the ground beef from Costco. We already have shrimp in the freezer. That's what we're going to have with that. I just need to get some more fruits and vegetables, but I would rather get that from Costco. So that is, I think this was around $140, which is actually pretty good, especially if you do the Kroger rewards. You get the fuel points as well. I normally get $1 off every time I get gas. So I'm going to put this stuff away, and then we're going to start meal prepping. So we are going to meal prep. I don't have a ton to meal prep for this week's dinners. I took out 4 packs of chicken thighs last night. So we buy like the 3 packs from Costco. So I took out 4 of those packs. We normally use 2 per dinner. So we need some for dinner tonight, and we need some for dinner tomorrow. I may pre-cook the chicken for tomorrow's dinner. Tomorrow we're having barbecue chicken on sweet potatoes. And so I think having the chicken pre-cooked may help. Tonight I'm making the Marry Me chicken and mashed potatoes, but it's Sunday, so I'll do that when I get back later. So we'll cook that tonight for dinner. I'll pre-make the chicken, and then I'm trying to think if there's anything else I need to pre-make for dinners this week. I don't think so. I'm making homemade pizza Friday, so I could make homemade pizza dough, but I don't need to do that. I have time Friday for that. And everything else is pretty easy dinners. Burrito bowls on Tuesday, so if you have frozen like meat, you want to take that out today for that. But I just bought fresh ground beef at Costco, so I don't need that. Everything else is good. So what we're going to work on now is the Mediterranean salad. So I'm going to make a big bowl of like Mediterranean salad, and we're going to eat that, my husband and I, for lunches this week. It's a good high protein, high fiber, packed of veggies. That's a good like light lunch. So I'm going to mix that up now and make that. Oh, and I'm lying. I am making something for the burrito bowls ahead of time. I'm going to make the salsa. So I'm also going to make that today because it tastes better the longer it sits in. So right now I'm going to start prepping the Mediterranean salad and the salsa for burrito bowls on Tuesday. And this is why I like bulk doing a lot of stuff, because I just had to cut onions, so I was able to cut the onions for the salsa and the onions for the Mediterranean salad, and that's kind of what I'm doing. I'm doing very similar things. They're just different ingredients. I have all the vegetables in cans, so these are both super simple. To this, I'm just going to add some diced tomatoes, fresh garlic, salt, pepper, lemon juice, and cilantro. So I'm going to do this one real quick before I start the rest of the Mediterranean salad. Alright, so the salsa's all made. So it was yellow onion, canned diced tomatoes, lemon juice, cilantro, salt, and I used garlic powder instead of fresh garlic. You have to let this sit for at least a day for all the flavors to be good. This is obviously a super chunky salsa, but if you like more like smaller, like restaurant salsa, just throw it in the blender. But it's absolutely delicious, so fresh and easy. Alright, so this is full now of the onions, cucumbers, tomatoes, peppers, olives. I think that's all that's in here so far. So this is also a really good midweek meal because you can use up whatever vegetables. This is a standard, like the ones I use up, and garbanzo beans, but you can put like pasta in here, quinoa. I have parsley too. I'm going to clean some of this and put some parsley in here, feta cheese, and then I use olive oil. I don't know if I have red wine vinegar. I think I do somewhere. Red wine vinegar and lemon juice, but really olive oil, lemon juice, salt, pepper to your taste. Mix it up, let it sit, and then this is a good high fiber, more fiber, but good protein also. So I'm gonna add some more stuff and then mix it around. All right, this is everything mixed up, just not the feta cheese yet. Olive oil, red wine vinegar, lemon juice, salt and pepper. Parsley is in there now. So I kind of just wanted to mix it up because if you add the cheese and then mix it up, it gets like super mushy. So I wanted all this to be mixed well first, and then I'll just toss the feta cheese in, let this sit for a couple hours so all the flavors can get together, and then I'll put it in individual containers.
All right, so I didn't do super great at filming later in the day because we had to go run some errands and everything, and so when I got back home, it was like rush time, get dinner ready. And so I made Marry Me Chicken, which I've made before, I think on my channel. I used the recipe from Delish, and we had mashed potatoes. So while I was doing that, I also had the dinner for Monday night in the Instapot. And so I just put the chicken thighs and some barbecue sauce and had that cook while I was cooking the rest of dinner. And then that was our Monday night. And then I also got all the Mediterranean salad packed up. So I made like one big container for me because I work from home. So I can just put that into individual bowls. I packaged up for my husband to take with him to work. This lasts so well during the week. Absolutely one of my favorite things. And then I have all that barbecue chicken for dinner tomorrow for those barbecue chicken things.
So I think I left off when I was like making dinner last night, and I've made Marry Me Chicken I think before in a video, so I didn't want to do that same thing, but I'll link that recipe down below. My kids absolutely love it, and it's like probably like one of the fancier like chickens I've ever made because you sear it and then bake it. It's so good. It's a winner every time. So if you've never tried it, highly recommend. But what I want to do is, so tonight for dinner, the reason I made that chicken ahead of time, one, it was easy to do while I was already cooking dinner last night, but is tonight I have like school pickup, which is like a 2-hour thing because I have like middle school and elementary school pickup, dropping all the kids off, and then my daughter has volleyball practice tonight. So like I'm kind of be like driving a lot, especially like later in the afternoon around dinner time. So I wanted an easy throw together dinner. So that is why I found the barbecue chicken baked potatoes. So I'm thinking, so I already made the chicken. This recipe that I'm following is from Delish. It says to use rotisserie chicken. So like you could have just done that and you didn't have to do what I did yesterday. I actually have a rotisserie chicken, which is kind of funny, but I'm using that for my son for his meals and lunch because pretty much only eats chicken at this point in time. But anyways, I'm going to cook the sweet potatoes now, which is like the first bake. So this says to cook them for about an hour. And then that's when it'll take tonight when we're actually like ready to eat. You just have to pre-bake them for 15 minutes. So if I have everything like pretty much cooked, then when I can get home, after dropping her off at volleyball practice, put them in the oven 15 minutes, heat everything up, eat, and then have enough time to go pick her back up. So super easy. So I'm going to actually make the sweet potatoes now. I'm home, I'm working, I'm on my lunch break, and so I'm gonna cook those now. Super simple to do, but I could have done these yesterday and already had the sweet potatoes ready to cook. So that's kind of where you just have to know what works best for your schedule. I knew I was going to be able to do them earlier in the day today than later in the day. Also, I would prefer to use the oven earlier in the day for like an hour because it does heat up the house and it's still not super cool outside. So I'd rather do that in the morning when I can still have the windows open. So we're gonna do this, and this is a new recipe. I've never had this. I don't know how much my kids are gonna like it, but we'll see. We'll see, and we'll report back tonight when we eat. I have to interrupt because I'm editing this video and realize I never told you guys about this barbecue chicken sweet potato meal. So what I did was I made the chicken beforehand, and then I baked the potatoes in the oven. First of all, the sweet potatoes I had were like on the smaller side. And so I baked them and they were just like way too soft, not like a baked potato where it kind of holds its structure to where you could like stuff inside. These were just like falling apart. So I didn't actually make like how the meal's supposed to be, but I just mashed up all the sweet potatoes. We had chicken on the side and I don't remember what I served with it. But I get the concept of it. If I know, like, especially around like Thanksgiving time, there's like the giant sweet potatoes. I think that would be a better option, or the sweet potatoes that are white. Those definitely hold their structure better. These ones like literally melted almost like as soon as I started cutting them open. So that would be my only caution, but like the tastes were good. It's just, it really wasn't any different than just making barbecue chicken with mashed sweet potatoes. So I just wanted to give you guys an update on how that actually turned out, but I do think there's like a ton of things you could do with that flavor set. Jalapenos would have been really good. I really want to start trying, I keep seeing it, it's like, I think it's like ground beef or ground turkey with sweet potato and like hot honey and like vegetables, like avocado, I think. I keep seeing those bowls, so maybe we'll try those in a couple weeks. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed our kind of grocery haul, meal plan, sort of meal prep video. These are something I like to do like every couple of weeks because it's something I do weekly to make sure we're ready and we're prepped for the week ahead. Just like tonight, I had burrito bowls on the dinner menu. My ground beef is defrosted. My salsa is ready to go. So that's a super easy under 30-minute meal to put together tonight. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you're not already, make sure you hit that subscribe button and we'll chat soon. Bye guys.